Hello, hello, hello. OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn. I'm coming at you with a new weekly video. And yes, I am outside in the garden. It was last week that we actually got some nice weather. It was in the 50s, like high 50s, and then low 60s a few days. And I have a lot of work in the garden that needs to be done that I have really neglected. I need to pull up all these old flowers right now. I mean, the dang snapdragons, they don't mind the cooler weather. I still have snapdragons blooming. We have had several frosts hit us already. But what I have failed to do was overwinter my geraniums. And I don't know if it's going to work now because I have let several frosts hit them. They are pretty darn hardy. So I'm going to try to overwinter my geraniums. I suppose it'll be a good little experiment. You can let me know if you've ever overwintered geraniums after they have been hit by several frosts. I was much quicker last year. I actually, when I knew we were getting a frost late in the year, I pulled all my geraniums into the garage. So anyways, we're going to try it and we're going to see. I mean, what's the worst that can happen is I put them in bags and they don't come back. Then I guess I have to buy new ones next year, but maybe they will come back. I don't know. So anyways, I'm just going to try to get some of this stuff cleaned up as best as I can while we actually have some nice weather. If you're new and you just found me, so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know you are new right down in the comment section? I would love to welcome you and say hello to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you so much. Please leave me a hello down in the comments. I would love to say hi to you as well. So I fully anticipated getting in the house and doing maybe some Christmas decorating, or I do have some decluttering I wanted to do. But when the weather hit the way it did, I was like, you got to get out there and do this, because I just have a lot of trouble getting outside if it gets too cold because I don't like it. So I avoid it. So I have so much cleanup that needs to be done. I'll be much happier in the spring. I'll be thanking my past self for doing it. But I really did also want to try to preserve these geraniums. So I overwintered geraniums last year for the first time. And all you do is remove all of the soil and then just pluck away any of the dead leaves or the blooms. You turn them upside down in a paper bag and store them in a cool, dry place. Last year, I stored them in my mom. She has a wine cellar, so it stays a little cooler than my actual basement does because my basement's all heated. And once a month, I would just go check on them. I'd pull off any dead leaves that had died. I'd check the stems and make sure they were hard. And then I would just literally have a spray bottle and I'd give 2 spritz on the roots. I don't know if you have to do that or don't have to do that, but that's what I did last year, once a month. And they all came back. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had 2 of them that I did overwinter from a hanging pot last year that did not come back. The rest of mine did come back. And I did also have one geranium last year that I hadn't planted, so it was still in like its starter pot. And I just overwintered that one as is. I didn't remove the soil or anything, and I never watered that one at all. And that one came back this year too. So you can just overwinter them while they're still in their pots. I have quite a few now, so that takes up way too much room leaving them in their pots. So I'm just going to do it the other way. Everything else pretty much has died. My sweet potato vines have died. My zinnias have died. Everything except for look at how green, and you can see the yellow blooms of the snapdragon over there on the right corner. Like, they're still blooming. I am going to pull down as many as I can, because if you remember, if you've been with me for a while, last year I left all of my snapdragons up until spring. I was hoping that they would self-seed and I would just grow some snapdragons this year. Well, my hopes and dreams came true, but the problem is I literally had probably 1,000 snapdragons that self-seeded. They were all over. They're all over my yard, which I'm not complaining, but some of them self-seeded so much that they never even grew into anything because there was not enough room. There would be hundreds clumped together in one spot. So I'm not going to do that again this year. They have all bloomed. They have all stopped blooming and dropped seeds. So I'm certain I probably will get some self-seeded from this year, hopefully in the spring, but hopefully not as many. Now, with my zinnias, I'm actually just dropping some of the seeds right on the ground and just kind of crushing them into the soil to see if they will self-seed for me. I tried, this particular variety is a shorter variety of zinnia. However, I mean, it grows to 3-4 feet tall and they look like bushes. They're just absolutely beautiful. But I saved a whole bunch of seeds last year and I tried to grow some this spring and I got like maybe 3 that germinated out of 50 or 60. So they didn't germinate well. So I thought, well, I'll just throw some on the ground, some seeds on the ground from the ones that have died. See if they germinate that way. So last week I told you that I had applied for the girls varsity bowling coach. Well, I did get that position. So it's really late in the year. The boys already had started their season. Not as far as games or anything, but practices and stuff and tryouts. So I'm really behind the 8 ball. Plus I had to do a bunch of running this week. Get all my paperwork in. I had to go get fingerprinted, all of the things when you get hired for a position. And we already did have our first practice date, but it was like the tryouts. So thank you so much for your patience. I was running way behind. I really didn't get a ton done as far as projects go, except for what I needed to get done in my garden. And then just had all that running to do. And all of this has been filmed, but I hadn't had a time to edit the video. So that's why you're getting it a day late. So I'm sure it's going to be a busy season for me, just trying to get used to being a coach and basically what that means, because it's my first time coaching a sports team. But we had a good first practice. It was fun. I know all the girls, so that makes it nice, and so I'll keep you posted on how that's going. I would love to hear what's happening with you. Definitely feel free to share with me in the comments if you would like to. I always love to know what's going on with you guys and your life. Let me know if you're doing any decluttering. You might be in a warmer state where it's actually cooled off and you are doing some gardening. I'd love to hear that. Did you decorate for Christmas yet? Are you waiting till after Thanksgiving? Definitely feel free to share with me whatever you would like to down in the comments. This week it's back down to cold again. It got warm enough that the dang bugs came back out just for a couple of days. Now they're gone again. I think we're getting snow today. It's been down back into the 30s, so I probably won't be back out doing any more work outside. I definitely did not get all the cleanup done. There will be cleanup left for me to do in the spring, but I did get a big majority of it done, at least out front here. I had to clear out these pots here, or I wanted to clear out the pots of all of the dead things. And then one of the pots does have one of my overwinter geraniums from last year, a white one that I definitely want to try to overwinter again this year. But if you can notice in that pot, okay, we see all the snapdragons that are still green, still blooming. In this pot, the Dichondra Silver Falls, that's still doing fantastic as well, even all the frost hit that. I wonder, I left that I wonder if it'll overwinter. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But the frost, I mean, we've had 10 frosts at least already this year, and the frost has not killed that. So I don't know. It was my first year ever having it. I really liked it too. Now, this particular geranium, the white one, did not do as well as the other ones did, but it kept getting attacked by Japanese beetles. The only one that kept getting attacked this year by Japanese beetles. So it's smaller than the other ones. Hopefully it will come back. I'm crossing my fingers. I mean, if it doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just buy a white geranium if I want one for next year. But I really like overwintering them because they come back even bigger with more flowers. So, and it just saves you money because, you know, buying a lot of flowers is very expensive. I saved a lot of money this year with all these snapdragons. Look, these are all snapdragons in front of here that's self-seeded. I mean, literally hundreds in front of this bench from the seeds blowing over here. I kind of hope I won't let this area get like this next year. I actually had some Dusty Miller planted that I left in the ground because I was told they would overwinter, even though it says zone 7 and higher, and I am not a zone 7. I'm like a 6A. I left the Dusty Miller in, and they did start growing back this year, but there were so many of the snapdragons that they never really amounted to anything. Okay, I'm digging holes to plant 2 hostas. This is not where they're going to stay, but I need to get them in the ground. They look like they're dead because, you know, they've been hit by the frost. I got these on clearance, and last year I had 2 hostas that I never got in the ground, and they died. They did not come back. Now, the rule is if they're in a pot, not in the ground, you have to go 3 zones down. These are hardy to zone 3, and I am a 6A. But we had such a harsh winter last year that the ones that were in a pot did not come back. So I'm not going to risk that. I don't even know if these are going to come back because they really never got any time to establish roots in the ground because I didn't get them in the ground before we started getting cold. But I think this will give them a better shot than if I just left them in their containers. So I'm just going to put them in the ground. One of them was a Minuteman. I'll have to look up how big that one gets. Then this one that I'm planting right here is a Francis William, which does get fairly large, so it's not going to be a good spot for them. But I just wanted to get this done quick and make sure I got them in the ground just to give them a chance at survival. I am almost finished with what I was able to accomplish this week. I appreciate you so much for being here. I know it was a little bit shorter of a video. I am going to end the video with some critter clips. You haven't seen any for a while. Sweetie and Cutie are gone. Haven't seen them in months. I'm pretty sure Cutie was in the road dead at my neighbor's house. I'm pretty sure it was him. And Sweetie just disappeared. You know, those 2 squirrels, Sweetie particularly, I fed every single day for over a year. And Cutie I saw at least every few days. And so it's been a little depressing. Like, I grew quite fond of them. I grew quite a bond with them. And I miss them terribly. So if you are part of my couponing channel, you would have already seen these clips. But the critter clips are far and few between right now. So I am going to share them on this video as well. But I was so darn happy I got to see some critters. And it just really brightened my day. So I'm just finishing up with my geraniums. I'm pulling off any of the dead leaves. I'm going to check these ones every few days because the leaves are quite wilty looking from being hit by the frost before I store them in my mom's basement again. And anyways, I'm just getting them all cleaned up. I had a geranium back here on the back deck as well that I pulled up that I'm going to overwinter, and we're just going to store them in a brown paper bag turned upside down and hope for the best. Again, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I am now going to cut over into the critter clips I had the other day. Oh, a squirrel. You got one. Good job. Good job, Mr. Squirrel. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl. Where is the red-bellied woodpecker? Oh, here comes a jay flying in. Where's that red-bellied woodpecker? Another jay. Another jay. There he is. There he is. Oh my gosh. Ah. Did you see him, Phoebe? Mamas, is that you? Hi, good morning. I have pecans. Hi, Jays. Yes, you got a lot of peanuts. Hi, mamas. Mamas, is it you? Hi, I got pecans. Mamas. Hi, good morning. Good morning, honey. Hi, I haven't seen you in forever. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that's my good girl. That's my mamas. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you, mamas. I'm so happy. I haven't seen you in forever. Mamas, I'm going to leave you a whole pile of pecans right here, okay? Come on. Yes, that's my most beautiful girl. There we go. I got a whole bunch of pecans for you over here. Come on back, red-bellied woodpecker. Come on, mamas, I left you a pile over there. Mamas, I left you a pile. Can you find it? Come on, mamas. It's right on the deck, right there. Come on, mamas. Keep going. Don't let the jays get them. Come on, yeah, there you go. Hi, mamas. Oh no, the jays are gonna find them. Ugh, Lord. Okay, there you go. Now you can see them. Get it, mamas. Get your pile. Come on, mamas. Mamas, it's right next to you. You smell them. I know you do. There you go. Good job, mamas. I seriously wanted to cry. I almost did because I haven't seen Mama in months and she just ran right to me. Oh my gosh, it just warmed my heart so much. So I had to share that with you. And of course, I love feeding the birds and watching the birds. The blue jays don't even squawk at me anymore. They're so used to me and they always just swoop down. But then that red-bellied woodpecker came down onto the deck a couple of times. That made me so happy. So anyways, I had to share that with you. Thanks again for being here. I'm going to see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.